Photoshop power users swear by keyboard shortcuts and rarely, if ever, visit a menu. Even at this stage of your Photoshop experience, it pays to learn a few of the basic shortcuts. So let's go up to the File menu, and these are going to be system-wide shortcuts that are going to work in any program you're using. For New, on the PC, it's Control-N. On the Mac, it's Command-N. Open, as in open a file, Control-O on the PC, Command-O on the Mac. Close, very important. Instead of clicking on that little small tiny X, we can do Control-W on the PC and Command-W on the Mac. And let's not forget Save, which we should be doing often, Control-S on the PC, Command-S on the Mac. In the Edit menu, we have the all-important Undo, which we will make use of throughout this training, Control-Z on the PC, Command-Z on the Mac. So let's put our newfound mastery of these basic keyboard shortcuts to use. We're going to open up a file. Now, we're not going to go to the File menu. We are going to hit on the keyboard, Control-O on the PC, Command-O on the Mac. That brings up our open dialog. We're looking in Chapter 2 in our Project Files folder, and we have the File Guides. We're simply going to click on it to highlight it. Now, instead of mousing down and pressing on this Open button, here's our next keyboard shortcut. Anytime you have a button on Mac or Windows that's highlighted and it's active, waiting for you to invoke it, you can do that by pressing either the Return key or the Enter key on your keyboard. So I'm going to press Return, and that automatically invokes the Open button. Now we have a missing profile dialog box. If you followed me carefully in Lesson 2 when we set our color settings, you should be seeing this warning box that says the document guides.tif does not have an embedded RGB profile. What would you like to do? Well, in this case, we're going to assign Adobe RGB. That happens to be our working RGB color space because you did follow me in Lesson 2, correct? So we're going to select Assign Working RGB. And we're going to hit OK with the mouse. No, we're not. We are going to notice that the OK button is highlighted. It's active, waiting for us to commit with either the Return or the Enter key. So I'm going to press the Enter key. That invokes OK, and up comes our file. We talked in Chapter 1 about using the F key to cycle through our various screen modes. I'm going to press the F key once to get us into the full screen mode with menu bar. Now, our next little look at handy shortcuts is going to focus on the Hand tool. We saw in an earlier lesson how we can simply go and select it in the Tools panel, but instead of that, we can press the space bar. So simply by pressing the space bar, no matter what tool is active, we invoke the Hand tool, and I can simply click, drag, and move this image around on the screen just as if I had selected the Hand tool in the Tools panel. When we talk about increasing or decreasing the magnification or the view of this, we noted that the Zoom tool does that, and I also gave you earlier a shortcut which I will reiterate here. On the PC, it is Control plus Command plus on the Mac. To zoom in, no matter what tool is active, we can zoom in. We don't have to go and select the Zoom tool. If we want to zoom out, we can do on the PC Control minus on the Mac, Command minus, and we can zoom out. So no matter what tool we have active, we can zoom in and we can zoom out on an image. Now that's fine for just general zooms, but what if we want to zoom into a specific area on the image? Well, we can do that too, just with keyboard shortcuts. On the PC, we're going to press Control spacebar, that's Command spacebar on the Mac. Notice that we have the magnifying glass with the plus icon, but what we're going to do is click and drag a marquee around the area in which we want to magnify. So I'm going to go to the upper left corner of this red square, click and drag, and you can see those outlines, and if I let it go, that is now the exact area to which we have zoomed into. If you're not seeing this same behavior when you click and drag, select the Zoom tool, that's the magnifying glass icon, then go up in the options bar and make sure that the scrubby zoom option is unchecked. If I need to zoom back out, I can do Control minus on the PC, Command minus on the Mac. Bring us down to a smaller view. If I want to go to Fit to Screen view, I can do Control 0 on the PC, Command 0 on the Mac. If I would like to view this document at 100%, I can select Control 1 on the PC, Command 1 on the Mac. And there we go, we're at 100%. So I know this is a lot to throw at you in one chunk, but Get used to these things over time, and you will save many, many hours as you work in Photoshop.